Oh, pardon me. Right. Oh, blimey. Now everything hurts. Oh dear. Lifting weights is a problem if you have weedy little muscles. Which is why you lift weights, but then everything hurts. Right. Am I live? No. No, wait. Can you guys hear me? You can hear me. Are you alright, honey bunny? Who's your good girl? Yes, you are. She's been a good... Yeah, she's been a good girl today. You've been well behaved. Cool, I'm live. Good evening, everybody. Good evening and welcome. And hi there. Sorry, Bob with you. Throat full of crap every time, because what happens is I don't actually speak to anybody for hours, and then this is the first time I use my voice, and it's like, oh wait, your voice is shit. My throat's full of rubbish. Right, yes, I hope you're all okay. Hope you've had a lovely day today. So it's currently Wednesday on week 2 of the latest work on the latest bullshittery, which is Anti-Stasi Bullshittery Part 3. So you know the Arma Anti-Stasi games that we played a couple of months ago. Well, a bit longer than that now. But yeah, effectively I've got 5 bullshitteries in a row. And I'm trying to sort of turn them into, I'm trying to work on them one by one. And this is the third one. So today was fine. It was mostly structural stuff, because obviously I've got the problem in that I don't want to have it so the last 2 episodes in the series are starved of jokes or overstuffed. So I'm trying to sort of, what I did today, I was going back over my editing choices, looking at the clips that I've got in parts 4 and 5, comparing them to 3, just to make sure, everything that's set up is paid off, and, there are no... say part 5 doesn't drag on or whatever. So I think it's okay. I think the structure's all right. I concluded the work today going, yeah, I think it's all right. And did some moving around of clips to generally improve the structure. I think part 3 does have an intro problem. I need to find a better intro. I don't think the intro I've currently got is very interesting. So that is one thing. When it comes to anything, be it YouTube videos or public speaking, people will only remember the start and the end of the thing that you do. They won't remember the middle. That's just the nature of people. So you need to start strong, and you need to end strong. So I need to find a better start, I think, with part 3, because I watched it again and I don't think it's strong enough. It's not memorable. It's not a memorable enough joke. Thank you, Nate the Great, and More, and Zealot, and Peter, and Doomed. Thank you, all of you. That's very generous. Thank you. Well, thank you, Nate. Right. No, this is about the latest bullshittery odd. So it's Anti-Stasi Part 3. The too long didn't read version it's day 6, I think. Day 6. And so far, so good, really. I'm just sort of cracking on. And I'll have it to you as soon as I can. But I'm going to need a lot more time, I'm afraid. I mean, at least another couple of weeks, if not 3. Thank you, Nero. Thank you very much, Nero. Thank you. Right. So yeah, Lulu's just going to have a doze. I'll probably get a beer from the fridge in a minute. That'll probably wake her up. And, yeah, but she'll be resting there for a while. In the meantime, welcome to Neverglade. So, where we are currently, so, yeah, we've restarted, we started another RimWorld playthrough. And we are currently down here. So, if you remember before, this is the same continent and the same cryoship accident we've always had. Thank you, J1. Thank you very much, J15. Thank you, sir. So Tundrafall is somewhere up here on the Choga ice sheet, getting themselves set up. We've also got the, the Guardians of the Leafy Crevice, who are somewhere down here, I think, if I remember correctly. They're in one of these jungles over here, a mountainous jungle. We, through random selection, have landed here in a temperate forest. So, not too hot and not too cold. Nevertheless, yes, the winters will prevent us from growing food, so we've got to, we've got to prepare things accordingly. And 3 people have crash landed. Thank you, 7mine. Thank you very much. We have Jono, Sodium, and Hawk. and we've recently been joined by Coloma, who I'll get to in a moment. So Jonah is a 51-year-old evangelist, so a former religious preacher, who is quite good at, well, manual tasks around the colony. However, he is, I think he breaks easily, doesn't he? So yes, he's too smart, which means his mental break threshold is lower than other people's. He's also good at mining, not that he'll have many opportunities to demonstrate that. There's not a great deal of rocks he can actually mine for here. There's some, but not a huge amount. Thank you D1 and Rawtech and NASA and Stargate. Thank you all of you. Thank you guys. And yeah, so he's when he crash landed, he started flirting with Hawk immediately, so he's a bit of a ladies' man. And he got upset when he was shot down. You know, they still had the cryo sickness, and he was already flirting with Hawk. So, whew, I guess he likes big ladies, but okay. So right now he's having a psychotic break, so he's quite upset. He was also injured recently when one of our prisoners tried to escape, who I'll get to soon. Yeah, he's getting over those injuries, but obviously he's still not happy about things. Next we have sodium peroxide. She's 22, but she's not a natural birth. She's a clone soldier, later turned maths expert professor type thing, and a psychopath. So effectively, this is like a vat-grown soldier bred to have no emotions but be decent at combat. Although her later life obviously inclined her well towards intellectual pursuits, presumably military technology. And yeah. So she's crash landed here. So sodium is proving to be a bit more hardy than the others, owing to the fact that she's a psychopath and does not suffer from morale shocks as the rest, as with everyone else. So yes, can be very, very handy. But obviously she's in a pretty piss poor mood as well. I think she also, she suffered some scratches from hunting. But yeah, no one's having a fun time of this crash landing. So that's sodium peroxide, the vat-grown soldier. And here we have Hawk, who is a 44-year-old food taster, who was also a coma child. So they've grown quite large, and they like cooking, obviously. And they also are they're a quick sleeper, which means they're up bright and early at the crack of dawn. They'll regenerate their energy very quickly, basically. But she's also very, very neurotic, which is really not good. So even though her global work speed is increased, she has a mental breakdown every 30 seconds. So, yay! In addition, she's pretty much our only medic until Coloma came along. So, yeah, that's good news. Thank you, Tasteful. Thank you very much, Tasteful. So, Coloma is a tinkerer, formerly a herbalist, literally just entered the colony like a few minutes ago at the end of the last stream. And they're from a nearby village. They clearly have taken pity on our inability to survive, and they've come over here to join us. They're 26. They were a coma child, just like Hawk, but they're a herbalist in later life, fast learner, greedy, and psychically hypersensitive. And a pretty damn good colonist, capable of medical, crafting, especially a burning passion for crafting will be very useful to us, because then they'll be able to, well, manufacture things and make clothes and stuff. So very, very handy indeed. Thank you, Tasteful and Lacane and Adam Dean. Thank you sincerely. Thank you. Right. Although thinking about it, when it comes to making bricks, can they do that? I think that is crafting, isn't it? I'm not going. So that's crafting. So general low skilled labor includes stone making. Okay, so I would really like them to work on brick making so we can get some non-flammable materials. They can also haul, which is excellent. We'll do that as well. So let's just Coloma will be a firefighter when things are on fire, be a patient when they're injured, also be the primary doctor. So deprioritize Hawk. She's crap. Get bed rest when they need to. Okay. Right. Don't worry about the cooking. We'll have Hawk handle that. Thank you, Nimble Potato and Toby Silver, Shadow, Adam, Lacane, and Tasteful. Thank you, all of you. That's very kind. Oh, yes, and lastly, over in the base here, we have a cannibal, a 17-year-old cannibal girl that attacked us when we arrived. From a nearby tribe she came, and she charged at us. She is tough. She is tough as nails. It takes a lot to put her down. She's very, very tough and abrasive and good in melee. So it took she basically broke the door and tried to do a runner, and we cornered her. We sort of, all three of us tried to surround her, but she put up one hell of a fight. She is one capable fighter, so maybe it might be worth trying to hang on to her. And over here, with a fox on his head for some reason, a guest. This isn't a prisoner. This is someone who crash landed nearby, but wants to leave to find their family. So, well, we'll see what they do. But we've healed them, and they're just waiting. No, they're just resting. They need food. We all need food. We've barely got any food. Thank you, Rena. Thank you very much, Rena. So we have some... Oh, hang on a minute. Cool. The herbalist has a couple of meals. That'll do for now. I should build fire-resistant rooms around the courtyard. Frankly, I should build fire-resistant everything eventually, Star. We should certainly get a brick-making operation going with all the pieces of stone. Thank you, Kitten. Thank you very much, Kitten. Right, so Jonah's out of action for now. Hawk, can you cook anything? You're going to have to... Oh, wait. Did I deprioritize? I must have done. My bad. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, Hawk, you're now the... Yeah, so... yeah, chop up that boom rat that we've got. Sodium, I know you really don't want to, but you've got to go hunting. Oh, no, you did. You recently picked up an alpaca. Coloma, can you run out and bring that in? Yes. Quickly haul that alpaca in for food. So, Coloma the herbalist is running off to get that. Okay, Sodium's going to bed. Hawk is working in the kitchen. Sodium, could you... tricky indeed. Hawk needs to feed. I deprioritized doctoring, didn't I? Hawk, go and grab some berries and feed them over to... yeah, so Sodium can go to bed. She's injured anyway. Okay. I know, Sulfuric. I know what you're saying. I feel like sometimes I'm a bit of a slave to my muse. I just get in the mood for certain games and... You ever have that? Where you're like, oh, I don't want to play this other genre. I can't stand this, that, the other, but you've got a real... You just want to play something? I don't know. Okay. You can't say what started or ended... okay. Perhaps so, Army. But you know what I'm saying, at least. You've got to try to make sure if you make anything, especially when it comes to public speaking, you've got to have a strong opener and a strong ending. You gotta make a good impression for when somebody clicks a YouTube video, and you gotta leave them with a feeling of I like that. Okay, so Hawk has fed Terrell. Good. So the guest, she's hungry herself, as is Jonah. Yeah, butcher that boom rat. Thank you, Muted, and the J Griffin. Thank you kindly. Thank you. Okay, so we're not going to... a couple of meals at best, really. Cook what you can. Okay, so Coloma's arrived with that alpaca. That's something. Can you go back and get that meal that you left on the ground? Haul it in. Thank you, Rockhead. Thank you very much, Rockhead. Thank you, sir. Can Coloma do any building? No. Okay. Let's go to the production screen and select a stone cutter's table. Well, we can make it out of different things. So steel and wood currently. Just make it all out of wood. Oh, there's wood. Yeah, make a wood one. So I'm going to put this here so that we can... I know it'll have the outdoors penalty, obviously, but it's good enough for now. So this stone cutter's table will let me make bricks, which I really would like to do, because we've got lots of random pieces of stone everywhere. They're currently useless, but if we can start turning them into building materials, we can use the wood for fuel and, well, have something a bit tougher that won't burn easily, you know? Ah, so Hawk is combined... Yeah, so she's combining a bit of meat and some of that rice there. She's going out to get all of that. Oh, of course, because, yeah, butcher the alpaca. We just need to get food. We really need food. Yes, indeed, Crying. That's one of the benefits of wood. It's abundant and, well, we're in a forest. And quite quick to build. There we go. Very good. Sorry, where's she going? She's found... Oh, there's a dead rat. Of course, our fox killed that earlier. What's my favourite game? Myth the Fallen Lord, Startopia, and... What was the other one? Myth the Fallen Lord, Startopia, and Dungeon Keeper would be my three favourite games. I've sort of bickered for years as to which one would be the favourite, but they kind of all have taken the top spot at one point or another. So, yeah, collectively they're my three favourites. Okay, it would be nice if Coloma didn't sleep on the floor there. So, Coloma, could you go there? Sleep in... I know it's just a fucking marker on the floor, but if you sleep here, then people will make noise going back and forth and they will disturb you. Okay. At least Nervous Hawk over here doesn't have to sleep much. So it's 11 in the evening. Just make as many meals as you can. So yeah, the situation is a bit grim. We're trying our best, but yeah. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Nadanevi. Do you know what Myth the Fallen Lords had? That it had such a sort of atmosphere that I found that a few games don't. You know, obviously this was Bungie just before Halo, but it had this wonderful atmosphere that other games failed to kind of capture, I suppose. There's a particular design element that I love whenever I play Myth the Fallen Lords. Sorry, to explain. Myth the Fallen Lords is a top-down... It's almost generic, I suppose, in that it's sort of humans and elves and dwarves, you know, fighting against... Well, not orcs, but like zombies, you know, an army of the dead. It all sounds very generic, doesn't it? But imagine a situation where... So it's like a top-down fighting game with multiple missions that sort of draw out a story that is narrated by a soldier in an army. Imagine a situation where it's Lord of the Rings, and Sauron has won. Sauron has flipping won. It's over. You know, the good guys have lost. There's one army left, just called the Legion. That's it. Everything else is dead. There's like one city that's holding out, and like, spoiler warning, like it, you know, halfway through the game, it gets razed and everyone got killed. And so there's just this really strong sense of just hopelessness throughout the whole game. And if you imagine if you just picture like a world map, what happens is you're navigating this world map alongside your army as they're just being chased by the victorious forces of the dead who are just pursuing you, the fallen lords. Each one is like a powerful, like almost like a night king, as in he's raising armies around himself. Like imagine 20 night kings, you know, chasing your army. And so so imagine the map here, just in front of you. You start off over here, and then you sort of move down following the ocean, and then you sort of move up into the Badlands and mountains over here towards the enemy stronghold. And all the while, people are dying. All the while, throughout the whole game, your legion is getting smaller and smaller as more people are dying throughout the storyline. And the cool design element that I just wanted to mention was that each time you lose... Hang on a minute, let me just play the flipping... Oh no, I don't think I can. No, I can. I'll just show you. So I know I'm going off on a tangent here, just bear with me. Right, so where is it? So each time you win a level, you get this artwork that appears of showing your soldiers victoriously standing. You know, they get to fight another day. They get to survive. But conversely, what they did is that when you lose the game, you don't just get like a game over. Sorry, when you lose that particular mission. So effectively, if you succeed in your objectives, you get a piece of artwork showing them succeeding. Like they blew up a bridge, they survived, they got some food, they survived a little bit longer. But if you don't, you get the same artwork, but with your army being killed, with your soldiers dying, with them holding their guts in, or whatever. And the music that plays is always the same, and it's this. Hang on, that's not it. Sorry, that's the opening. Myth Prologue, Crow's Bridge, Victory. Is this it? Yeah, Mission Success. Oh, he's not numbered them. Hang on. Where is it? Yeah, listen to this. So just this music that plays. So that's the victory music. It's just melancholy. It's just this sense of like, we did it, but now what? Like the whole game is just drenched in this atmosphere of just doom and death, and it's just inescapable. And even if you succeed, you live for a few more days, and then what? And the whole plot of the game of Myth the Fallen Lords is that you're trying desperately to just, do something, make some good in the world before it's all over. And eventually you finally, I'm not going to go into the details, but you figure out a way, okay? And the only way to do it is to get the head of the main bad guy, so Sauron, whatever, guy, a big knight guy in armor. It's very generic sounding, like, oh, it's the big Mr. Evil. Anyway, so the only way to do it is to get at him. The only way to get at him is to throw away the entire army, save for about 100 men, on a suicide attack as a diversion to lure this fucker out. And you do that, and everyone goes along with it, and the whole legion dies to just 100 men who just bum rush this Dark Lord and take his head. But of course, he can still live. He can just regenerate his whole body. So what do you do with that head? You run up to this giant pit, this void, this like black hole that's in the ground, this endless, like, it's an endless hole. Like, things that you throw in will just keep falling forever. And you just throw the fucking head in. And the last person who throws it is the last surviving man, the last surviving dwarf of your entire army before he too is killed. At the last second, he too dies at the blade of Soul Blighter, like one of the lieutenants, like one of the generals who cuts him down. So the entire army, no one survives in the entire playthrough. It's bleak. It's so fucking bleak. Myth the Fallen Lords. And I played this when I was a kid, and I was way too young to be playing this. And fuck, it sticks with you. It really does. It really, really does. In ways that, like, a piece of art absolutely should. And this is like, this is Bungie before they took off with the Halo series. So you can see, in Halo later, you can see their work shining through. What's at the end of Halo 3? Just Earth. Everything else is dead. There is nothing else. It's just Earth. So that sort of bleakness, that melancholy of sort of Master Chief rising from the cryopod, this King Leonidas in times of extreme peril, and then when it's over, he goes back to his grave, goes back to returns to the cryopod being watched over by the spirit Cortana, an AI, obviously, but this is just sense when it comes to Bungie games. There's this sense of oppressive, just bleakness and sadness that just makes them so wonderful, just memorable. And then, of course, Myth 2 comes along and doesn't get it. Obviously, the sequel comes along and doesn't get it. Thank you, Nichols. Thank you very much, Nichols. Here comes the sequel where everything's okay and humans are succeeding and la la la. It's like, oh, you've missed the point entirely. Myth 2. Same with, here comes Halo 4. Halo 4. Yes, Halo 4. It's like, no, you ended it perfect. You had such a bleak, melancholy ending. Adrift in space. Leave it. Just don't. Halo 4, stop it. You know what I mean? Anyway, sorry, I know I went off on a hideous tangent, gushing about Myth the Fallen Lords, but holy shit, Myth the Fallen Lords. Right. Anyway, I'm so sorry. I know, I'm messy. I'm grumpy, but yes, I'm also passionate about fucking work of art that is Myth the Fallen Lords. Anyway, thank you, Trinos. Thank you very much, Trinos. Hi there, Mac Bruce. Hi there in Brazil. Okay, Sodium, can you just walk up to the fucking raccoon and blow its head off? We don't have time for this bullshit. So it's 2 in the morning anyway. Why are you awake? Oh, I suppose you were injured, so you went to bed early. Walk up to the... Right, just fucking shoot it in the face. Are you being serious? Right, there we go. And while you're out there, shoot that rabbit as well. We really need food. There we go. Although you can't carry them in, sadly. Okay, yeah, go hunt that turkey. It's all good. So Hawk can't... Yeah, she can do cooking. Oh, good. A stack of 10 meals. Okay, go rest. You've done well. So it's 3 in the morning. Okay, Coloma is awake. He's off to feed a meal to... Oh, you can do that? You can do wardening stuff, apparently. Does she really need a meal? She's eaten recently. Okay. Yeah, but you know, I like it messy. A game that is more than just a bunch of blipping lights and a high score with achievements and loot boxes. Ones that make you feel, that stick with you afterwards, you know? Okay, Jonah's starving, but it's his own damn fault because he's having a mental breakdown wandering around in the courtyard. But at least he's in the courtyard and not wandering out where predators might get him. Sorry, who's unhappily nude? Coloma. Why are you unhappily nude? Do you not have... Oh, you've just got a jacket. Okay, so so Coloma, a 26-year-old tribal, has got his wedding tackle swinging in the breeze. So we do need clothing. So can we can make some tribal wear. What sort of materials would it take to make tribal wear? 60 ingredients, and we can use leathers, of which we have... can we mix leather? Oh, we can't, can we? Okay, we're going to have to get some leathers. Let's also get some, if we can. I don't know if we have the time. Try and get some cotton growing. Oh shit, that's a bad sound. You're not eating raw... Oh no, berries. I thought he was eating raw rice for a minute there. Okay. Good. Sodium's bringing a turkey in. So the food situation will last us a couple of days. His wedding tackle. His penis. Thank you, Halla. Thank you very much, Halla. Thank you. Right. Sodium, could you focus on getting that stonecutter's table up so Coloma has something to do? Patchwork leather. I don't know what that is, Cobras. What does that mean, sorry? Also, it would be nice if we can get some refrigeration going. And winter food as well. We need to get these potatoes in storage and try and get them properly looked after, you know. And can anyone train the fox? Coloma maybe. Well, a skill of 3. Hawk's got a skill of 4. If you've got nothing else to do, maybe. So, this is Dol, the fox, an Arctic fox. It's currently tame. Give it some obedience training and also try to train it to haul. So pull things around. Help around the base, you know? You can now make patchwork leather from leftover leathers or other animals. Oh, really? Lower quality, though. Oh. Thank you, Lunatic, and Sun Sig. Thank you kindly. Thank you. Right. Thank you, Lunatic. Right, so we've got a stonecutter's table. So just make any stone blocks do forever. So just drop on the floor and whoops, and just do forever. So if Coloma, off to feed the guest over there. Good, good. Yeah, so when Coloma's bored, he can start making some bricks that we can use to build things that aren't flammable. What's wrong with the plants in the dining room? Plants in the dining room. Don't think we have any, do we? Thank you, Durpin. Thank you very much, Durpin. Yes, well, I played it recently, Honey Badgers. I haven't really played it a huge amount, though. Do we not talk about YouTube uploads? Well, you can, but at the beginning of the stream, I just do a quick update and the end, so, you know. You can just drop back to the start of the video if you wanted an update. Thank you, Manix. Thank you very much, Manix. Right, there we go. So Coloma is now taking pieces of limestone to turn them into bricks. That will be most useful indeed. So Joan has gone to bed. Good. Sodium is just relaxing in the dining room. Hawk is sleeping. Coloma could also do with a bed, I reckon. Thank you, Moomy. Thank you very much, Moomy. Thank you, sir. And Vat Sugafy. Thank you, Vat. Much appreciated. Just seeing if any additional trees can get cut down. Get as much wood as we can. Right. Okay. Now, we need to see if we can get some electricity going. So let's go to here and get a wood-powered generator. We'll just stick it out here in the stockpile region. And then we'll get power conduits. Sorry, my brain is just telling me that I need to have it undercover. Is that batteries? I think it's batteries, isn't it? Okay, so sodium is just bringing the steel. And then a couple of components, and then we'll have a generator. Stick some wood in there. Take care, Inferno. Have a good evening. Ah, limestone blocks. Excellent. Why not explore the ancient evil? Yes, we're certainly ready for that, aren't we? For those not familiar, many of the biomes start with a sealed room with contents that can be randomized but often contain cryotubes, perhaps with friendly people, perhaps with neutral people, or even with pirates, often protected by some nasties like robots. It can be very dangerous. Okay, Sodium is working on that generator. So we need to get her construction skill up to... Ooh, so nearly done. So we need to get her construction skill up to 5 so that we can build a freezer. Good, Jonah's fully healed. Let's also just, if we have the time, see if we can get some... Use the steel to make some wiring throughout the base that will prove useful. We've got enough steel. So the wiring that I'm threading here will let me set up light bulb. Okay, so Terrell is on his way. Okay, so this gentleman here we saved. He was badly injured. He came crashing down from his cryopod. He's off to return to his faction to try and find his family from the cryo accident. So best of luck to you, Terrell. Hope you find them. Okay, we'll move. Does Coloma have a bed? Not yet. We'll put Coloma's bedroom here. Or just a new bed. Furniture, bed. Take care, Terrell. Oh wait, what are you doing? Oh yeah, you're making some tribal wear. Ah. How many of those? Just the one? Cool, cool. Oh, what's he doing? Off to feed a meal to the prisoner. So why are you handling all the hang on. Wardening. I see it's priority 3. You've got that as priority 1. Oh, I see tailoring is not assigned. Okay. I'll focus on that for now. I don't think she's that hungry, is she? Well, soon. Thank you, V Shogun X. And Silwest, thank you kindly. Okay. That's all well and good, Shogun, but you know me, I'll be interested in Bannerlord or whatever when it's released and the user reviews are good. I don't much care for marketing stuff, you know. Okay, there we go. So you can put that on there, Coloma. So it's a bit basic, I'm afraid. Wait, hang on a second. What were you wearing before then? Were you not wearing... So where'd these trousers come from? Were you not wearing those? I'm confused. Never mind. Right, so Jonah's still sleeping from his... Yeah, to get rid of his injuries. Sodium is just putting wiring throughout the base. Hawk is preparing some meals. Good, good. We really do need to get refrigeration going. Okay. And Coloma's off to cut some more blocks. Oh yes, I switched the music off, didn't I? Let me just put that all back. Insulting spree, Coloma. So Coloma's gotten upset and has fixated his rage on Hawk. He will follow Nervous Hawk around hurling insults. This happened because of his poor mood. The final straw was greedy for impressive bedroom. Oh really? You're greedy as well? He is. Bugger. Which means he wants to have a nice bedroom or he will get upset really easily. Down just a notch. So that's not good. So she's going to have a debuff for a while. She's getting yelled at and insulted. Okay. Thank you, Drell Vanny. Thank you very much, Drell. Thank you, sir. Okay, let's see. Oh, we don't know how to make turrets yet, so we need to begin researching them. Yeah. Production, where is that, sorry? Simple research table, requires wood and steel. We'll just stick it in this bedroom for now, but we need to make more rooms and move things. Can someone explain the lore of the game? Too long didn't read. Well, it's not, truth be told, it's not very well explained. But this is a RimWorld, so it's a world on the galactic rim that isn't colonized, or at least formally colonized. I'll leave her alone. With scattered tribes of humans, presumably descendants from various people that have crash landed here. And we are a group of, well, not natives. We're a group of people who have crash landed here from some sort of accident that's not specified. All we do know is that on the loading screen there is a derelict ship. Well, there is a ship that is broken in half, a massive ship, in orbit around the planet, and cryopods containing sleeping people who know each other, friends and family members and pets. So colonists, question mark, are all raining down through the atmosphere at random intervals, in addition to supplies that would prove useful for the creation of a colony. So maybe some sort of colony accident, maybe an intentional experiment. It's really not defined. But regardless, we're stuck in this situation, and we need to try and make the best of it. I did, Martin. I did hear about the Kerbal Space Program 2. I put something on Reddit about it, on the subreddit thing. Just bear in mind, people, this isn't Squad. This isn't this game has no relation to Kerbal Space Program at all. The company so Squad is a marketing company that had a lucky hit with Kerbal Space Program when one of their people that worked for them made a game on their dime. He asked if he could do it. Well, he wanted to leave in order to develop Kerbal Space Program, and they said, well, just do it while working here, and he did. So Squad then had an unexpected hit on their hands, and, well, for whatever reason, they sold the rights to Take-Two. So it's no longer the people that made, well, Kerbal. Take-Two went and they gave it to one of their subsidiary companies. So Project Diversion? So yeah, Kerbal Space Program 2 could be total shit. It could be totally rubbish. It's got no relation at all to Kerbal Space Program. So don't get all worked up into a massive hype. Private division, thank you. Yeah, so it's just some subsidiary company that belongs to Take-Two, a big publisher. A publisher that's renowned. Yeah, it's obviously known for fucking up a lot of things. So, yeah, this could be a total, unmitigated shit show from start to finish, or it could be great. Let's wait and see. Yeah. Don't be coming in my chat sort of screaming and ejaculating in excitement that it's getting released, because you know, it could well be total shit. Thank you, Laurel. Laurel. Thank you, Laurel. Thank you very much. There's a piece of steel in the doorway there. You can get small pieces of steel now? Interesting. Before you go to bed, Kaloma, can you move that? Because it's bracing the door open. That's going to be a problem. Okay, in addition, let's put a wooden door here. And we need to start putting in bunkers and clearing fields of fire in the event that we get attacked. Okay. All the same, Polo, I'm not saying they're not inexperienced. I'm saying that they have no relation to the developers of Kerbal Space Program. You know. So don't get all hyped expecting, it's a continuation of Kerbal Space. No, it's not. It's a product made by a different company that have bought the rights, and you know, they want you to buy it through nostalgia and shit, and be like, oh yeah, I love the first one. I shouldn't need to explain this. You guys know what I'm saying. Okay, so the colony's going to bed. Kaloma didn't get his bed built. Fuck. We still have this cannibal that's refusing to join us. Maybe we should just let her go. Okay, at least we got enough food for now. It'll last 3 days. Yeah, Vanstiny. Let's wait and see, yeah? Oh, a daze. Nervous Hawk is wandering around in a psychotic daze because of a poor mood, unsightly environment. Damn, she was almost in bed as well. I mean, she'll just wander around for a while and then collapse. That sucks. Speed up time. Well, that's not what I said, Acidify. Don't go with what I sound like, go with the words that I just used. And I did not say that, did I? I'm saying let's wait and see, yeah? Okay, John has just woken up and is just feeding the prisoner. Yeah, she's still in serious pain after her injuries when she tried to break out. We didn't give her the decent meds. Okay. So Doll, the fox, is called a plague. Oh no. So I'm guessing this is for livestock, lots of them. So make sure they get proper treatment and rest as much as possible. The following animals have gotten sick. Doll. Oh dear. Poor thing. Let's kill it. No. Plague minor. Alright, let's give it some medical attention. Do we have any herbal meds first? I guess we'll have to use the decent meds. Okay. So Jonna is trying to convince Bill Rabe to join us, offering a chance to think about changing teams. If she doesn't accept, we'll let her go. Told her a childhood story about safety to Bill Rabe. Offered a chance to join us. Okay. Promised strength to Bill Rabe and asked her to join. Resistance 27.5 to 26, low mood. Okay. Resistance remaining. What do we do? Do we let her go? Low mood. Serious pain, low mood. I mean, maybe we should just up the beauty value of the room. Maybe one last try. Put some furniture in that room. A couple of plant pots and maybe a stool. An end table. You need to bring the resistance down to 0. Really? You sure? Alright, let's try and make a nicer room then. Coloma, sorry to wake you so early, but... Oh, okay, he's gone back to bed. Switch Sodium's bed over to Coloma just to give him somewhere to sleep that's fairly nice. Sodium, then go over and work on that wooden bed. Okay. Ah, we have some limestone. 104 blocks. Not too bad. We'll start replacing the outer wall or maybe build some bunker defenses. Actually, just do that. So get some limestone walls. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to build a couple of these. Okay. Sorry, where is it? 1, 2, 1, 2. Cool. And then we'll just poke some holes. So what I'm doing here is I'm just making an area that we can defend and then fall back when we get in trouble. So build a roof. Whoops. To protect us from hazardous stuff. Okay, and then we'll just need to make sure that this area over here is clear of cover so the enemy can't jump into it. Haul things. So we need to make an effective kill zone. And we also need to get rid of the vegetation. Oh, a friendly AI from your past named Charlton Whitestone is sending us a message. Thank you, Whiskey Bomber. Thank you very much, Whiskey. Thank you. He reveals that he has a starship hidden on the planet and sends you its world coordinates. The starship is currently in deep hibernation mode. You'll have to start it up when you arrive and defend it from the raiders trying to steal it until the starship sequence completes. If you can get the ship off the ground, Charlton will take you off this world to the stars. Okay, so this is one of the two possible ways to end the game and successfully escape, so get away from this disaster that is this colony effort, is to make your way here. It's a lengthy journey indeed, through swamps and through mountains. We'd have to sort of leapfrog it bit by bit, gathering resources as we go. We've never done it before, mainly because, I don't know, the building of a base and its trials and tribulations feels more interesting than building lots of small random bases. I don't know. Yeah, maybe we could go for the ship this time. We'll see. We're in no position to decide that right now, though. At least 25 days? Yeah, we'd just have to leapfrog it bit by bit, wouldn't we? Or, you know, build up a huge caravan of animals and just fill them with nothing but food and other bits. We'll see. What's the name of this colony? Neverglade. Or, yes, sorry, the second way is to just build it ourselves. Build an escape vessel. Which is possible. You can research the individual pieces and work on it. Right, has Sodium finished the bed? Good. Coloma's sleeping there. Where's she gone? Sodium's playing there. When you finish, focus on that workbench. What's Jonah doing? Attempting to recruit the cannibal again. Can you work on... Yeah, just work on the plant pots and stuff. Thank you, Orphan. Thank you very much, Orphan. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, it's a small colony. It's very, yeah, hasn't gotten very far, but we need to try and get some more rooms, get this courtyard either sealed off or as in I was going to build. We need more than just one thin wooden wall, you know. Probably best to build this way to get the fuck away from the ancient evil. Sorry, if you don't mind, I'm just going to go for a wee-wee. Bear with me just a moment. I'm just going to go for a piss and also get a beer. One moment. Oh, my legs. Oof. Okay. Oh. She's alright, she's just resting. For those who are not familiar, that's Lulu. She's a 3-year-old French bulldog, and she's spoilt rotten. That's what she is. Pampered. A pampered pooch. Oh, my phone's on no power. Hang on. Just going to plug it in. Thank you, Tok. Thank you very much, Tok. Thank you, sir. Fuck. Sorry, I just minimized the game. Didn't mean to do that. Pouring a beer. What beer am I drinking? It's called Lech. Leki? It's Polish, I think. Lech. It's quite nice, actually. I like this one. Why aren't I able to demolish the stone walls and floor tiles to build with the stone? You can, Spartan, and I will. Most definitely. No, where's that belly? Why is there a belly, huh? What's his belly? Oh, there's a belly. Oh, there's a belly. Oh, there's a belly. Oh, there's a belly. Ha! Soft doggy belly. Over there, folks. Oh. Right. Yeah, she's spoilt rotten. In the afternoons, there is a family friend that lives nearby. And they walk their dog, and they walk their dog near here so that she can tag along, really. Just to get her out from underneath my feet and have her go to the park or whatever. You know, otherwise she'll just be cooped up with me all day, and that's not very fun, I imagine. So yeah, she gets excited and she puts on her little harness. I put her in her little harness. And she knows where she's going, so she sits at the window and she's sort of bopping up and down. She's so happy that she gets to go out. And then every time somebody walks past the flat, she looks at them through the window like, oh, is it now? And what she'll start doing is she'll start quietly sort of howling. She'll start going like, "Ooh," like little roo sounds she'll start making, hoping that if she does it enough, her favourite dog walker will turn up and take her places. And so she's quietly sitting there by the window just rooing. You alright, sweet pea? She's fine. Spoilt rotten, full of food. Right. Okay, so Neverglade continues. Jonah the evangelist, Sodium the vat-grown soldier, Hawk the food taster, and Kaloma the herbalist / tinkerer are now working together to try and get this base a bit ship-shape. We need to improve, well, we need to get food refrigeration. We need to get security, so we need to get defenses operational. We don't yet know how to make turrets. That will be quite high up on the research priorities. Visitors. A group from the Union of Toll are visiting the colony. More tribals with beards. Okay. Thank you, Private Meat Shield and Vienheim. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Hello. So they're just visitors, really. If we were so inclined, we could attack them and try to take some decent-looking... wow, some of their stats are pretty good. Burning passion for many things. This means they learn them quickly. Also, bear in mind that they could encounter difficulties. They could be attacked by other groups or predators, and then we can ride in and try and save them. Could be opportunities to take good people, you know? They're not beards, they're face blankets. Huh? What? War veil. Oh, yeah. Okay. Pretty sure they're beards. Are there any women here today? Are they all women? No, hang on. Male? No, 2 women. Welcome. Welcome indeed. I always seem to drink beer. Can I must know a lot about it. No, not really. Easy. I just drink whatever's... I did buy like some taster packs, some German and Dutch taster packs, I think. And yeah, I've narrowed down a couple of really good beers, but I haven't really gotten around to ordering them. I just go to the local corner shop and just grab what's closest to me in the fridge. Would I recommend getting RimWorld? Yes, indeed, Curtis, I would. I would say that this is certainly one of those must-have games in your Steam library. Don't read anything about it. Don't watch guides. Just jump right in. Get attached to your colonists. Have them die horrible deaths and be like, oh, God. You know, it's a big drama game as you try and figure out how it all works. Okay. The wounded guy left safely, Halo God. Okay, so it's the 10th of summer. Each month lasts about 15 days, so the temperature is going to start falling. So what's everyone doing? So Jonah is cleaning, good. Sodium is working on the research table. Hawk is still having a mental breakdown in the courtyard, and Kaloma is feeding the prisoner. Yeah, let's see if we can... Jonah, can you just... No, we need more wood to make the stool. And Hawk is normally the one who cuts down the trees. Alright. Why do I have 2 different types of plants? Why not just rice? Well, I just break it up a bit, I guess. I mean, rice is, insofar as the game's meta is concerned, is the fastest growing and the most appropriate. But I just figured add some, you know, throw in some potatoes there as well. We need to start harvesting these before they either get blight or start rotting. Plant cut, Jonah. Hang on. So let's just start harvesting these. Can we harvest those? Oh, ready to harvest. Normally I don't need to specify it. Have I done something wrong? Maybe it's under growing. Top priority. Jonah. Yeah, it is. Sorry, it's under growing. Thank you, Master Gibbon. Thank you very much, Master Gibbon. Okay, under the circumstances, let's have Kaloma do it as well. We just need to get all of this in the storerooms as quick as we can. Get it under cover here. Oh no. Okay, Hawk. A nervous Hawk has finished her mental breakdown. She's going to get some food. We'll put a storeroom area here and just put food. All food. This will eventually be refrigerated anyway. Assign Coloma's bed. Good shout. Set owner Coloma. This needs to go back to being Sodium's. What's Jonah doing? Off to eat food. Okay, Hawk has finally gone to bed. Don't know, dear Saw. Again, it depends if the game is any good. Right. There we go. Getting boxes of potatoes. Yeah, tell you what, I'm also going to, off topic again. I'm going to, so I was having a sort of Google this afternoon while I was waiting for stuff in After Effects, and I was looking at different fishing baits. I was going to go to the supermarket and pick up some lard and some bread and some corn, sweet corn, and what was the other thing? Oatmeal. And I'm going to mix it all together and make a sort of doughy paste that I'm going to use, make it into like balls of bait to hopefully attract fish. Because I went fishing yesterday and I didn't catch anything. I was using boilies, like these boiled, they're sort of like wheat and egg yolk or whatever, I can't remember. I know, I like it, Serenus. I like fishing. Yeah, I've stepped back into a hobby that I did when I was about 14. It's good, it's relaxing. And yeah, I just couldn't catch anything. I couldn't catch anything. I don't know if the fish were just not interested in the bait, or I tied the tackle incorrectly. But yeah, I'm gonna try making some like balls of bready, oatmeal-y ground bait, so that it sort of breaks apart in the water and hopefully makes a big, smelly, like bready, delicious cloud in the water. Oh yeah, there are fishing mods for RimWorld. What's the dog doing? Yeah, she's just sleeping. She's all good. Messy, how's Private Percival? How is he? Would I try the open ocean? Not well. I don't really have many facilities to do that, Minirouse. Not without changing equipment dramatically and becoming a beach caster. And the idea of catching fish on a beach, rather go to a fishery, you know. Can someone kill that boom rat? We need to get rid of that, otherwise it will start eating the crops. Hang on. It'll set a fire that we can put out. There shouldn't be a problem. I'll do it in the morning. Leave it. Oh, you're hunting it legitimately. Alright. Watch where you're pointing the gun. Okay, before you go to bed, there we go. Before you go to bed, can you start hauling some of that rice into the storeroom? Just stop it from decaying. Cool. Sodium? Priorities? Yeah, there we go. Just get all this food under cover. We can't get it refrigerated yet, but obviously we will. What's the time? So it's 8 in the evening, so the colony's winding down. Oh yeah, great, Sodium. Just before you go to bed, you poke a hole there. Why don't you? Yeah, just get these potatoes in. Thank you, Parker. Thank you very much, Parker. Thank you. What are you doing? We don't have the wood to do the door. Oh really? A man hunting bear started drinking beer. Yeah, that can happen. Not sure, Sir Artemile. I don't really plan these things. I just kind of play whatever, really. Can Sodium build the fridge? Good question. Probably not. Oh no, you're right. Holy shit! Just got a level, just there. Right, let's get this. Get the refrigeration going. So a cooler, pointing its like that. She's already gone to bed. All right, I'll have to do it in the morning. Thank you, calm down. Sorry, calm the heck down. Thank you. Oh, okay, an unusual heat wave has begun. Heat waves can quickly kill if people start... can kill quickly if people start to get headaches. Stay cool by building a cooler or getting deep underground. Sorry, deep under a mountain. Okay, so it's going to get very warm, so we've got to adapt accordingly. We've got some passive coolers. We might need to build more. Alright, so the colony's gone to bed, apart from the cannibal who's pacing around her room. Okay, Hawk is off to cook some meals. Good, good. Thank you, Jock. Thank you very much, Jock. So just cooking up some roast potatoes there. Thank you, Dutch guy. 38 degrees. Yeah, we need to get that sorted then, don't we? Hawk, can you go and cut down these trees? It's quite important. Need to get the wood for the coolers. So it's 3 in the morning, so Hawk is the first one up. Right, let's also look at the research tree. So now that we've built the research bench, we have access to the tech that you can start working towards with the eventual starship that we're going to use to get the fuck out of here all the way down there. Beer brewing could be helpful to improve morale. Carpet making, pemmican, smithing, auto doors, batteries, hydroponics, solar panels. Okay. Geothermal. Where are the turrets? Turrets are super important. Here. Machining. Electricity then. Machining. Begin that. Wait, we need smithing. Alright. Start researching smithing then. And we'll have... Sodium needs to do that, but I can't... I need her to build stuff right now. Oh, the batteries are... Yeah, we need the battery as well, don't we? So you're right. The battery's probably more important. Can we get it now? Battery. Electricity. I looked right at it, didn't I? Here it is. Yeah, you're right. The battery's more important. Otherwise, we won't be able to run the freezer at night. Oh, no, we will. What am I talking about? We gotta... No, let's just get the battery. It's fine. Okay, so Coloma's just harvesting the crop before it rots. Okay. So sodium. Start working on that cooler. You two just get those crops up. Hawk, you keep working on this wood. Okay, everyone's busy. Messi says, Percy is good. Getting a bit more vocal lately, mostly for cuddles. So that's going to be something to discuss with the doggy training lady. See if we can reduce that at least. A mad tortoise. A local tortoise has gone mad. It will attack everyone it sees. Very slowly. Okay. Sodium, if you would like to get your rifle and take care of that little problem. Thank you. Okay. Don't worry about re-sowing the fields yet. And Coloma, let's get you back to hauling stuff. So no longer grow for the minute. Just focus on getting these potatoes in the right storeroom. And just cancel food storage here. So don't worry about storing food here or here. Okay, here comes that tortoise. Come on. At this rate, Sodium, the tortoise is going to win. So it's 41 degrees outside, so everyone's obviously quite uncomfortable and tired. Oh, for fuck's sake, Sodium. Really? Oh, Christ. Get inside, then I won't be able to figure out how the door works. Okay, Jonah is just sorting out the plants. Yeah, focus on the cooler actually if we can. Oh no, wait, I see the lights need to be redone. Well done. You actually fired a shot through the wall there, Sodium. You know, I have a feeling in a truly dedicated attack we'll be fucked. Oh, for Christ's sake. You can't be this shite. There we go, he's got half health. There we go. Fuck me. Right, let's get some spike traps and make them out of steel. And just put a couple here and here in the event of an attack coming soon. Right, Sodium, you just focus on getting that cooler done. Thank you, Elfborn. Thank you very much, Elfborn. Thank you. Right. So off to sow that area. Which area? Oh, I see, the corn. Doesn't matter for now, Jonah. We might get away with another crop, actually, but just, there's more important things I need you to do. Jonah, go work on the furniture near the prisoner. Coloma's making more limestone bricks, which will be very useful. Sodium peroxide is just grabbing the components for the cooler. That should be the last thing required. Hawk is hauling the rice to make more food. Okay, let's also get a few wooden stools. We can probably make some proper chairs now. Okay. This probably won't be close enough to... Oh no, wait, we're good. So the cooler should switch on automatically. 46 degrees inside the base. Not good. Let's make sure these passive coolers are running. Insufficient power. We don't have any wood in the wood-fired generator. Jonah, can you get that sorted? Thank you, Rowan and Baron Cronus. Cronus? Thank you sincerely, both of you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Right. Okay, Sodium, can you... Oh, insufficient steel? We've gone through all the steel. Interesting. Okay, we'll order up a... Oh, no, hang on. There's a piece of the derelict ship we can deconstruct just outside. I think there's a couple of pieces, isn't there? Yeah, there's one there as well. We'll get the steel from there first. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you very much, Jesse. Okay, so here we go. So Jonah's putting in some wood into the wood burner there, which is boiling water, which is making steam, and the steam is then pressurized and run through a turbine, which is generating electricity, which is done by putting magnets on a pole and then spinning that pole inside rings and rings of copper wire, all sort of squashed together in huge bundles, just thousands upon thousands of meters, or however much would be in the generator, which, due to the fast movement of the magnetic fields, is forcing the electrons down, like it's forcing the electrons to move down the cable, creating an electrical charge. So it's just a spinning magnet, effectively. There is a spinning magnet in there. Okay. Right, so Hawk is in the kitchen, good. Sodium is just chilling in the dining room. Jonah, the evangelist, is just throwing horseshoes. And Coloma, the herbalist, is making more bricks. Hooray! Jadis, any engineer, will quickly tell you that was an incredibly piss-poor explanation of how the dynamos work. But all the same, just the most crude and basic thing. It is about generating steam power, effectively, by heating some water. So get the steam and then pressurize it, and then it can push a piston. That piston can be attached to a wheel that's spinning, and that's how you get the spinning action. You just stick a magnet on it, and that can push an electrical charge through rings of copper wire. Oh, thank you, Jacob. Anyway. Right, so Jonah, the evangelist, is just going to feed the prisoner. Sodium... Sorry, what's going on here? Lots of the animals are running around like crazy. Is this because they're leaving the area? Because of winter? I think it might just be. So what's probably happened... Yeah, so it's getting colder, so they're moving... Yeah, they are. Okay, the Muffalo haven't moved yet. I really think we should hunt a few of them. Yeah, so the animals are leaving. So Sodium... Focus on that. First thing first, get that door sealed just in case we get a Manhunter event. Thank you, Mega Monster Ninja. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. And the alternator in your car, it's a copper wire spinning into a static magnetic field. Yes. Either or, effectively. You just need a magnetic field moving over some well, technically it can be most metals, but copper is obviously the most effective. Lots and lots of copper. Lots and lots of copper wire. So if you were to just, well, you could do it. You could put a circuit in front of you and just put a magnet in your hand and just sort of run it across the desk. And as you move as you move the magnet, sort of like almost like a bow wave is made in the wire as you move it along, which is sort of pushing electrons along. But obviously it's much more efficient to just have the damn thing spin attached to a stick. What are the stones that look like they have arrows on them? So this indicates that they are queued up for being moved. So these are just random chunks of debris that have sat here for thousands of years until weathering breaks them down. So just limestone and slate and granite and that sort of thing. But by putting the little arrow on them, we've queued them up to be dragged to a dumping zone, such as here. The intention here, for example, is to get these the fuck out of the way so that we can then have limited cover for any enemies to exploit. And, of course, just use them as building materials. Okay, now there is a small chance, about 2% chance, that we could trigger a Manhunter event, which could be very bad. All of the Muffalo will basically lose their shit and charge at any humanoid they see, which can be very bad. Colony ending bad if you fuck it up. Which is why we have a courtyard with sealed doors that we can run inside and lock, and hopefully limit the damage if Sodium can run away fast enough. Build the fridge door. Good shout. I forgot to do that. Need to do that. Also, I didn't actually set the temperature on the fridge either, so let's drop that down to -5 degrees. Also, the dog has farted and it's horrendous. Whew. Good lord, honey bunny. Your anus is disgusting. Bleh. Something about dog farts in particular. Horrible. Okay. Okay, she's decided to change targets. Why? Just go for the first one. Oh, it dies in 7 out. No, come on, Sodium. You need to do this. We need food. If the food escapes, we could be in real trouble. Oh, no! Just the one Muffalo? Just the one Muffalo. We're okay. Kill it, Sodium. It's coming right at you. So it's rushing Sodium. There we go. Well done. Okay. Can we go for the other? Let's not push our luck. I mean, this one might die of blood loss anyway, maybe. Right, hunt it then. So, mercy kill it. Quick shot. Or whatever you just did. Okay. So we need to stockpile as much food as we can for a potentially harsh winter. We don't know what's coming. We should reallow the sowing of the crops. That would be good. Coloma, could you... Sorry, I know you're enjoying what you're doing. The herbalist is enjoying playing with stones there, but... Oh, there's also... I forgot about that boom rat. Okay, so Jonah is still trying to recruit the cannibal. The 17-year-old naked abrasive cannibal called Bill Arabe, who has had an escape attempt and 24.1 to 23. Low mood. I would really like her to join the colony if possible. She's tough. Hi, Edberg. ZF Edberg is in the chat, everybody. Feel free to say hi. I believe he's just returning from holiday with his girlfriend in... Sorry, forgive me, Edberg. Sweden? Question mark? Is it Sweden that you went to? I can't recall, sorry. But, yes, ZF Edberg is in the chat. Feel free to say hi to him. Okay. Give her clothes. I don't think we have any clothes to give her. We're going to have to make some fresh ones. Edberg, I hope you had a lovely holiday, sir. Hope everything went A-okay. Am I sure that Jonah doesn't want to change her religion? Yeah, probably. Sorry, did I get it right? Edberg? Is it Sweden? Sorry, I can't remember. Oh, just leave it, Sodium. Come back inside. Can you fix the fridge door? Yeah, we'll try and get us some clothes then. Maybe that'll help. Also add corpses to the fridge. Not human corpses though. And we'll get rid of that stockpile zone there. It's been good, Edberg says. You're in NL and returning to Sweden tomorrow. Sorry, my bad. He's going home to Sweden. Good, good. Over on this side of the fence, Edberg, been doing a bit of Stellaris, which has been fun. And now RimWorld, which is also fun. I went fishing a couple of times. I know I said I keep babbling that I'm going to do it. Well, I did it. The first time I went, I caught 5 fish, but they were all kind of small. The second time I went was yesterday, and didn't get much luck. No fish at all. All I got was sunburn and embarrassment. But, yeah, I'm enjoying it. You know, just, it's good to relax and just, you know, take a bit of time to just not stress, you know? Yeah, it was good. And all I can think about now is fishing. I just want to go fishing. It's like, I'm sitting there working. I want to go fishing. Like, no, just fucking work. You got to work. Stop it. Ooh. Okay, stand by. Sorry, that's a fire alarm, folks. I'll be back in a few minutes. Hey there, folks. Sorry about that. Hang on just a minute. Oh. To explain, so the building's fire alarm. So I live in one of those big and old flat buildings with a shared, like a building-wide fire alarm system where if one flat sets it off, then obviously the whole alarm goes off for all the whole building. So it was just a case of going down to the fire alarm and then seeing which zone, and then just sort of going door to door to check with the, so we just got people in the lobby, just trying to figure out if it's real or not. And then the lady who lives upstairs just said that they were cooking something, and she thinks it might have been her. But normally, it's weird. The fire alarm normally tells you exactly which flat, like which, it's this one here. But it just said fault. So one of the residences is just calling up the building manager to try and, figure out, okay, what do we do? Does that mean it doesn't reset now or what? So, yeah, sorry about that. So, yeah, when the fire alarm went off, I just put my shoes on and I just got my phone and my wallet, and I just quickly stuck Lulu in her harness just in case we had to evacuate, obviously. But, yeah, sorry about that. But it's all good. That happens once every month, more or less, so it's, yeah. And, obviously being the person that I am, just, generally, when it comes to, oh shit, what happens if, I've already bought a, like a safety harness for Lulu. For me, no, I'll just jump, I'll break my legs, whatever. But no, Lulu gets a harness. A safety harness to lower her down to the ground in the event of a fire. I suppose that speaks to my priorities, doesn't it? But no, it'd be fine. I'll just use the same route, the same rope. I'll just slide down it, I guess. I'll just tie it behind like a radiator or some shit. Yeah, sure, you were good. Was that a bit of excitement? Lulu's excited. Was that excitement? Yes. Was that some excitement? Ah, yes. Who's a good gal? Who's a good gal? Yeah. Ah. Right. Okay, so sorry about that, folks. For those just joining, we just had a building-wide fire alarm. So, yeah, we just had to make sure that wasn't a genuine fire. I think we're all right. Okay, back to RimWorld. So how are we doing? So, yeah, we're mostly okay, although our defenses are piss poor. Can Coloma even use a weapon? He's got a knife, but he's pretty poor with it. Not good. We need to get refrigeration going so we can get these, get this stuff quickly sorted. Don't use the radiator, that shit isn't anchored as well as people think. Well, my options are kind of limited. It needs to be something. Okay. Void. The email tends to go out, I normally give like a couple of days for the poll and stuff, but the email should just appear in your email, hopefully. Yeah, I need to get some traps going, you're right. We need to get these built, so we need to get more steel. Okay, so what's the time? So it's about 1 in the morning. Sodium is just working on the door room. Yeah, on the door to the freezer. So it's currently 20 degrees due to this heat wave. Do we even have any power? We do. And the cooler is powered. Good, good. So that should drop down to freezing now. And we'll put all the food in there. So sodium, you can't move that. You'll have to go to bed. Okay. Right. Oh, just going to fiddle with it. Thank you, PK Anime. Thank you very much, PK. Thank you, sir. Okay, so the colony should... Well, I was going to say they're all asleep, but Hawk has just woken up because she requires very little sleep. She's off to get a midnight snack in the form of delicious and nutritious potatoes and raccoon. Oh, and rice as well. Mmm. Delicious trash panda. Thank you, Skinny. Thank you very much, Skinny. And Trigger Tommy. Thank you, Trigger. Okay, she's gone off to cook. Yes, so can you try and butcher this? And rather than just drop the meat at your feet, since you can't haul anyway, try to drop it in the stockpile here. There we go. What's my favourite one in RimWorld? I don't really have a favourite one, Roy. Just whatever provides decent challenge, you know? Cool, there we go. So 3 degrees, so at least... Oh, nice. Holy shit. So 3.3 years it will take for that rice to degrade. Oh, they got new textures for the meat as well. Huh. Loads of meat from the muffalo. Right. Can we make a nutrient paste dispenser? We can, and we probably should. Right. It will take steel and components. But yeah, we almost certainly should. It's a wise move. We're going to have to move the butchery table to do it. Let's put it over here. So what I'm about to make a nutrient paste dispenser, which it will basically turn whatever you put into it into a sort of slurry that's very disgusting. However, it will make food last a long time, which we might need to do if food gets a bit harsh and lots of mouths to feed, you know? We've got to try and be smart about this. So let's just suspend that job for the moment. So don't worry about cooking anything more. So Hawk is off to cut down some trees. Good, good. Oh yeah, Roy? Ah, cool. Why am I making the paste dispenser? We seem to be doing all right on food. Indeed, for now. But that situation might change later. We could have a fire, or maybe an attack, or just generally find that there's too many mouths to feed. We could have lots of food binges. It's about having backup plans, effectively. Also, there are more berries that we should definitely try and pick before they go. So, harvest. Yeah, let's get these berries here. Rather than just let them rot over the winter, let's go grab them. Okay. Ooh, lots of berry bushes here. Nice. Are the predators still here, or have they moved? Nope, the bear has moved on. The bear has moved on. Okay, yes, or toxic fallout. There could be many reasons why we could struggle on the food stuff. Well, if that's true, Kwang, my sympathies, sir. That sucks indeed. That sucks indeed. Okay, hang on a minute. So Hawk is just relaxing socially in the dining room, which is filthy. Jonah, we need you to clean it. What's his work priorities currently set to? He's currently set to cleaning, yes, but he's probably doing farming stuff as his top priority. Thank you, Patch and Nick. Thank you, Patch. Thank you, sir. Okay, Coloma's off to working on bricks once more, which is good. Right. Where's Hawk going? Off to chop down more trees. Okay, Jonah's talking to the cannibal, Bill Rabe. We should certainly try and get her some clothes. Just make some basic tribal wear if we can. Coloma, can you do that? Yeah, make tribal wear using bird skin. Ugh. Okay, in addition, let's try and switch over to... do we have the furniture standing lamp for 20 steel apiece? Put down some lights to replace the torches so we don't constantly need wood. And we're going to need steel. Have we deconstructed these parts of the ship? No, we haven't. Sodium, can you wake up? Deconstruct these sections. Okay, Hawk is off to get the berries. Good, good. Take care, Messi. Have a good one. Have a good evening. No, Dassel. I've been working on the latest bullshittery, which is Anti-Stasi Part 3. And, yeah, so far so good. Today was a structure day. I had to sit there and tinker with the structure, make sure it flows well. Ah, that was quick. I've always found that moving things point to point has been a bit of a pain. Critical, clear. Clothes. Manufactured. Hall. There we go. Nope, wrong way. Critical. Not there then. Apparel. There we go. There we go. So if we drop something in the prisoner's room, she'll pick it up and use it. Okay, there we go. She's off to wear the tribal wear. There we go. She has some clothes. A 17-year-old cannibal. Right. So Jonna is off to play horseshoes, Sodium is deconstructing the ship, Hawk is off getting berries, and Coloma is making bricks. Good, good. I'm just going to temporarily suspend that task for the moment, so Coloma hopefully hauls things around, specifically the potatoes that are currently out in the sun. So it's currently about 46 degrees, there is a heat wave going. Inside the base it's not great. 40 degrees. Youch. Need to refill those coolers there. Okay. Jonah, you can do that. "7 degrees inside the freezer. The walls are too thin. And the walls are too thin and that one cooler probably isn't enough to counteract the heat. We'll thicken up the walls. Alas, the statue is a bit too extravagant right now, chicken. Right. I don't know why wood is required for the cooler. Aha, Sour, you say that though, but the Verka have a clever solution in the form that their exo eggs, Sour is referring to the Stellaris playthrough where my race of avian overlords keep tabs on their slaves from power armor eggs, giant floating eggs with appendages that they can use to manipulate their environment. Each individual egg is covered in a lattice of nanomachinery, and this lattice can detect but the vibrations in the air, effectively mimicking their same biological systems that they have outside of the egg. So it's all good. If anything, they have an even more impressive sensor suite inside the egg than they would just walking around normally. Praise be to Verconis, the giant terror bird of space. Wood for the cooler is burning to make cold. Alright, okay. Oh yeah, it's obvious. It's a cold fire, it's fine. See, the flame is blue. Sodium is still trying to hunt that bloody muffalo. Honestly, dude. How are you a vat-grown soldier? One of the reject bunch, probably. Heat stroke initial. Heat stroke initial. Heat stroke initial. Yeah, we've got to be careful of the heat stroke. Could be a real problem. Okay. So, do we have the time? Yeah, we've probably got enough time for one more batch of crops, but we shouldn't go crazy. Let's disallow sowing. Yeah, we're already done at the cornfield. Where's Soda? Yeah, I'll have to get that. Okay, bring that back and then work on the outer wall here. Probably not battle, sorry. I more just play with my friends. What are Sodium's shooting stats? Not great. Also, Jonas might have a mental breakdown. Did we get that steel? 30. Going to need more. There's some steel nearby. See if we can grab it. Change Jonas' priorities, work priorities to put mining as number 1. And you can go get the steel. Is that uranium near the muffalo? That's jade. Oh no, wait, is that? No, it's just damaged slate. Yeah, so that's just a bit of jade. That's uranium down here. Ooh. Can you do that, Rick UK? Ooh, okay. We need to get these defenses sorted. Oh, I see. He's sowing cotton. That could be useful. Never mind about the potatoes. Just do rice and cotton. Hawk needs treatment for her asthma. Thank you, Attrition. Thank you very much, Attrition. Thank you. So yeah, we need to get this refrigeration sorted. Thank you, Nitron. Thank you very much, Nitron. Thank you. What's she doing? She's making stools. Yeah, top priority. We need to get that wall on. So it's 7 in the evening on day 16 since we crash landed here. And the base is quite flammable. What the fuck? I spoke fire into being. We've had a short circuit event? Yeah. A fault in an electrical conduit has caused a short circuit. Great. If we had any batteries hooked up, it would mean that they'd be drained of power at that point. Thank you, Bunker. Thank you very much, Bunker. I can summon fire into being. Just put out the damn fire. There we go. I can summon fire into being just by speaking about it. If only a hot Polish woman would deliver me food right about now. Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Thank you, Zenith. Thank you very much, Zenith. Kaloma and Jonah are just in the courtyard playing horseshoes with each other. Sodium is just working on the outer wall, and Hawk has already gone to bed. Thank you, Zenith. Yes, so we do definitely need to get... Kaloma, can you move this? Yeah. Move the table out of the way so that we can get a whatchamacallit? A nutrient paste dispenser for low food situations, which we will certainly encounter. Put your table in the way. Need to break that. Come on, you can do it, Sodium. Come on, you've got to seal that room in. Thank you, Brobo Clip. Thank you, Brobo. Thank you kindly. Indeed, it should already be firefighting +1 for all colonists. There we go. Put that there. Placement is not ideal, but right now we just need to get it sorted. Thank you, Black Lurk the Shadow. Thank you very much, Black Lurk. Okay. Cargo pods have been detected raining down from the cryoship accident just to the north. Psychite tea with a new model. Interesting. Psychite tea can be very effective. It's slightly laced with, well, psychoid leaves. A low-strength drug, effectively, which is good for calming the nerves, which could be very, very handy in stressful situations. Good. We'll retrieve that and bring it indoors. Coloma's off to rest. Could you, maybe grab some of that tea and haul it in before that tortoise drinks it? Would I recommend the game? Yes, Filthy. This is an excellent game. Really, genuinely excellent. Certainly one of the best games on Steam. Okay. So yes, contrary to how things are in real life, what with it often being an avenue for funding crime, etc., drugs are very, very useful in RimWorld. They are an enormous boost, providing stimulation at times where the boredom or pain, stress, and just, you know, heartache of your average colony going through its trials and tribulations could be otherwise overwhelming. So a quick bit of a stimulant as a pick-me-up when you've just lost your best friend and maybe your dog as well, and things are people are dying, and maybe you yourself have multiple injuries, might make the difference between making it through the day, you know. In moderation. Some people can go a bit crazy, and you can suffer the consequences of that. For example, in a previous playthrough, we had a mathematician called Ryoma, and Ryoma joined the colony under what we assume were potentially bleak circumstances. She was a young lady who ran into the colony naked, being pursued by a bunch of tribal men, so interpret that how you will, whatever she went through. She entered the colony, She was a bit difficult to work with at first, but eventually she found friends and eventually found a husband. She shacked up with... sorry, what was the name of her husband? I need to find that spreadsheet. Rioma's husband was called... Hang on, just going to the spreadsheet for the Tundra Fall. She's passed away, isn't she? An elderly gentleman. His name was... Married to... Not Dragoner. Yellow, that was it. She was married to Yellow. And, yeah, and yeah, so things were looking up for her, and she got married, and she was happy. And they stayed together for many years. But, however, she was always dogged by a persistent addiction problem. She would get addicted to things, starting off with Psychite tea, the stuff that we just recovered there, and eventually moving on to harder things, like yayo, which is effectively cocaine. It's a white powder that you snort. Which gave her enormous boost to her abilities, but it eventually culminated in her having a very sudden overdose, and, well, she died of drugs overdose, I think in the kitchen, the colony kitchen. Her husband had to try to come to terms with her loss, with his loss really, but, you know, with her death. He had her mausoleum, her sarcophagus, carefully decorated and placed in the master bedroom, as opposed to the the crypt for the colony. And I guess he was unwilling to let her go, and she stayed there until the colony successfully escaped the RimWorld. Yellow made it. In fact, he made it the whole way, kissing his wife's crypt goodbye before boarding the ship and leaving the planet forever. Don't do drugs, folks, okay? Then again, it's not even half as funny as the time where Kaz, one of our principal warriors, suffered brain damage, which means that the consciousness stat over here, let me just show you. So you see here, consciousness is weakened, 94%. Kaz's consciousness stat due to a bullet lodged in her brain was something like 8%. And so one day, she sort of waddled her way as best she could through the colony, and found some smoke leaf, a drug that you, well, it's a spliff effectively, and a drug, you know, leaves that you sort of scrunch up and smoke. The trouble is, it reduces your consciousness value by a certain percentage. So when she smoked it, it went to the negative, which killed her. She died from smoking marijuana. So for this very specific reason, you should not smoke marijuana, everybody. If you ever end up on a RimWorld with brain damage, and you smoke you have one marijuana, you might die when your consciousness stat goes into the negative. Let that be a life lesson to you all. Yeah, it was quite funny. But it wasn't funny because, you know, I lost one of my best colonists, but it's kind of a ridiculous reason to die. You are too unconscious. Oh, right. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Mr. Nightslayer. Thank you very much, Mr. Nightslayer. Thank you. What about Little Miss Hixie's chess game? Oh, God. So picture in your mind one of the worst possible situations, a colony invaded by giant, murderous, genetically engineered horrors. These insects that burst up from the ground. And then picture in your mind that one of the ways to deal with this problem is to intentionally set fire, a scorched earth policy, to individual rooms of your base using incendiary charges. I want you to put that in your mind, okay? Then imagine that it was happening inside the rec room. So insects and goo everywhere and incendiary devices mounted in the walls but had not yet gone off for that particular room. One of my colonists then decided to get completely shit-faced and then play chess in the middle of that room whilst it was infested with bugs. She just walked straight in, went over to the chess table, played chess for a bit. I think the bugs were sleeping at the time. And then just walked the fuck out, nonchalantly. She was either incredibly drunk or it was one hell of a power move. I can't believe she didn't get torn limb from limb, Little Miss Hixie. And then she found it funny to order random animals from the trader. A menagerie of leopards, elephants, whatever the fuck. We lived on an ice sheet. It was minus 60 degrees outside. What do you think was on the menu in the following days? Leopard, elephant, whatever. frozen. Okay, so one of the pods from the cryo ship accident has landed nearby, to the north. A survivor, a guy called Gunner. He's in circulatory shock. He's a space refugee of a certain faction that we don't know. He'll die in 8 hours without medical attention. He's slothful, kind, and gay. He's 36 years old, super artistic. A frightened child, but there was an architect in life. He's also a pacifist. Great. We'll rescue you, but I hope to fuck you don't join us. Jonah, go grab him quick. In fact, Hawk, go grab him quick. Oh wait, we can only capture, we can't rescue? Oh, is it because we're missing a bed? Oh wait, hang on. Is he part of a faction that counts as our enemy? Oh yeah, he is. Holy shit. So his colleagues have been attacking us. So we can capture the fucker. Okay. Let's go. Right, so Jonah, the evangelist, is off to pick him up. Sodium, I do really need you to work on these traps. If we get attacked, we could be in trouble. So take the steel and start building those traps. Hawk is bored. She says she's got nothing to do. The heat wave is still active. What can we give you? What can you do? I'd have you cook things, but I don't want you to make meals if we can make paste. Ugh. Thank you, King. Thank you very much, King. Okay. Anything of that available for you to do? Major break, Chris Jonah. The gays taste better, says that shadow guy. I know from experience. Right. So have you finished the spike trap? No, she's just off to get a bit more steel from the storeroom. Once you're done, we need to build this nutrient paste dispenser. Oh wait, we have insufficient steel. Maybe we shouldn't build that trap then. How much steel do we require? 90. Alright, hold off. Damn, we don't have enough steel at all. Okay, Sodium, did you break up the other piece of the ship? Alright. We need to get that dispenser going if we're going to eat. Jonah needs to go mine. Sodium, go here quick to take over the prisoner picker-uppy job. Okay, so Jonah, you go and get some steel from that section of compacted steel. Sodium, what are you doing? Go and capture this architect. Right, okay then. So for those people just joining the stream, our very weak colony is just trying to stand on its own too. Things are very flammable right now, and we've just got power going. I'm very worried about the food situation. Even though this fridge looks well stocked, it is a small fridge, and we're going to burn through that food quickly in the winter. For this reason, I'm just going to try and build a I'm going to try and build a nutrient paste dispenser to make every single drop of that food, every single calorie count. Okay, where's Hawk going? She's off to get the herbal meds. Okay. Yeah, disallow access to the regular meds. We've only got about 18. Okay. Thank you, Will Clanwolf, and Only Oblivion, and Baldwin, and Sven. Thank you sincerely. Thank you. Indeed, Social. ZF Social is in the chat, everybody. Feel free to say hi. Social says that base looks like a fire starter's dream. Indeed. Pyromaniac's paradise. So, yeah. Okay, we still can't yet build. Jonah, I need you to just focus on getting as much steel as we can. Thank you, Neppy. Thank you very much, Neppy. Thank you kindly. Off to go and put the steel towards that lamp. I don't really want that. Yeah, there's still a bit more food in these storerooms, yes. It shouldn't be there. I thought I'd... Oh, yeah, just no one's hauled it yet. Alright. Jonah's probably going to cancel that and try to do something else. What's the name of the colonists who died due to being lazy? Space mangoes. So we had a situation where a group of people had to get from A wing, from B wing, which is like a set of buildings where we were on an ice sheet, so we had to sort of cluster around geothermal vents, and one of them was over out in the open. So I built some bedrooms. Jonah, hang on. Oh fuck. Cancel that. How much steel? Do we not have enough steel? What have we used it on? Sorry, I just need to identify where this steel has been spent. Because I had loads of it a minute ago. It's been spent somewhere. I don't know where. Oh no, it's already been taken to the cooler. Alright, we just don't have enough. Jonah needs to really work on that steel. Yeah, so we had a situation where a group of 3 people were sleeping away from the main base around a geothermal vent. Their bedrooms were set up there. And at that point, in the middle of the night, we had a group of giant sloth, mega sloth, attack us. Now, the common sloth that you know on Earth is actually one of the last remnants. So, effectively, there were lots of different types of sloth back in the day. And one of them, the giant sloth, was about the size of a bear with pretty formidable claws. They used them to pull rocks off of... well, they would dig is the wrong word. They would make caves by pulling away loose sections of rock and repeatedly until... did we get the prisoner sorted? No, he'll die in 7 hours. Hawk is working on it. They would pull away, you know, sections of rock until they've made a cave. The point is they had big claws. And a group of about 10 of them entered the colony. And what I had to quickly do was get the people from B block to A block, where all the food was, quickly. So all of these giant clawed sloths wouldn't be able to get them. Medical emergency. Not you, the other guy. Okay, did we get that? Go on, you gotta work on it quick. What's he doing? Oh, he's off to get berries. Thank you, not cute. Thank you very much, not cute. Anyway, so the point is they started running as quickly as they could from B wing to A wing, but it was very heavy snow, which gives a movement penalty. And the person at the back was a guy called Space Mangoes, who joined the colony from one of our mining camps. Very green-thumbed, liked to grow things. He had the trait lazy, which gave him a movement speed penalty. He didn't make it. The first 2 people did, but he didn't, also owing to the fact that his bedroom was the furthest away in the chain. The first sloth hit him, and he fell to the ground, and then a bunch more was, set upon him, and he was injured. There was nothing we could do. And the worst part, unfortunately, was that he didn't die. Not that day. Not the day after. Not the day after that. He lay there in the snow bleeding and screaming. He even got up a couple of times, and the sloth just jumped him once more. He had an absolutely horrendous death. When the mega sloths eventually went away, we were able to retrieve his body and give it a proper burial. But he had it was an agonizing way out. I've just realized that although we have the steel to make the nutrient paste dispenser, we probably don't have enough to make the hopper. Maybe we do. Sorry, if you're curious, folks, if you beneath the stream, you will find a link to a RimWorld Google Doc, which lists all of the... So everything I just mentioned, it's kept track of, just because there can often be a lot of events happening, so I just write them down for later. So if you click on the second tab, there's one that says Ice Cats, that was Tundrafall. It will list all of the survivors and all of the lost, if you find yourself interested. Okay. So let's work on that hopper. Dismantle the steel structures. That's not a bad idea. Let's see if we can get the hopper built. Also, speaking on Tundrafall, we had a situation where we had a very very badass young lady whose story could keep us here for an hour. a lady called Jen, who eventually married an actor of the colony, like a pretty boy actor called Bweep. And the two of them spent some time together, but needs must, the colony had to keep running. Jen was a capable combatant, and Bweep was I think he was a very good miner. So eventually they found themselves busy with, just keeping the colony operational. And Bweep was assigned to a mining camp a few kilometers south, where he would, obviously handle the mining and send resources back home to feed the main colony. Resources that we didn't have because we were on an ice sheet. Thank you, Gabes. Thank you very much, Gabes. Yeah, someone actually drew a picture of Jen. Hang on. Do I still have that? Bear with me. Where's Jen's picture? How do I search? Hang on. Just a second, I'm just going through images that I've saved. Tundra Fall, there it is. Where's Jen? Jen. Shit, I don't think it's here. Ah, never mind. Anyway, sorry, the point is, so Bweep was assigned to the mining camp where there was eventually an attack of these giant cyborg robot things. Hi there, SWAT Knight. ZF SWAT Knight is here, folks. Feel free to say hi to him. And in the fight to protect the mining camp, Bweep was killed. One of the robots managed to hit him in the head with a minigun bullet, 5mm minigun bullet. And Bweep was killed instantly. Jen was already on her way to the mining camp in drop pods that were decelerating by the time Bweep died. They were already above the mining camp and coming down at high speed, along with another soldier whose name I can't recall. Thank you, Astro. Thank you very much. Jen was, well, furious. Rage, pure rage took over Jen, and she threw herself at the robots that killed her love and just absolutely annihilated them. She went so far as to tear the robot that killed her husband apart with her bare hands. The robot was downed, it was wounded, it was squirming on the floor. She just ripped it to pieces, slowly, methodically, just, yeah, brutally tore it up, and then eventually fell into a deep, deep melancholy that I think she had to turn to drugs for comfort, in order to get through. But yeah, the warrior woman that was Jen lost the man that she loved. And even ancient, extremely advanced robots could do nothing to save themselves. Oh, you found it, Social. Thank you. Yes, indeed. Someone made some fan art of Jen. Jen the sniper. Bweep's body was eventually brought back to the main colony for burial. And Jen said her goodbyes before she boarded the ship to leave. Skipping frames? Are we? Oh yeah? I think we are, aren't we? How weird. Okay, so sodium. Yeah, major break risks. Not good. Ugly environment. Darkness. Yeah. We need to sort out this. Yeah, we need to clean this whole place, really. How are the prisoners? They're okay for now. Jonah, I need you to clean. Good. At least we've got some nutrient paste going. So, Jonah, could you just focus on cleaning now? Never mind mining or growing or plant cutting. Cool. Right, so what's happening here, folks, is new model. Yeah. This nutrient paste dispenser is distributing bowls of, well, gruel. Potato gruel. Overcooked, disgusting, just horrid, horrid texture. But it is cooked to the point that food poisoning is impossible, and it's making every single calorie count instead of letting things go to waste. So people are getting a debuff when they eat it. 8 awful meal. I had to eat a disgusting, tasteless meal. I know it keeps you alive, but nobody wants to swallow that goop. And he's right, it is foul, but we need to plan accordingly. I know it looks like we have an abundance of food, but things might be tricky come winter. Okay, so Jonah is just cleaning the place up before he goes to bed. Sounds like my cooking, says Super Soup. How's Doll? Good. Doll has gotten over the plague. No one's really bonded with Doll or trained them. Guess Hawk has been busy. I suppose you can do that if you've got nothing else to do. Yeah, do that. Train Hawk if you can. Would a last-minute evacuation with drop pods be possible in case of an overwhelming attack or on a secondary base? Yes, it is, Dark Lord. Yes, it is. In fact, I often keep the drop pods fueled up and ready to go in the event of that eventuality. When we fought the robots, though, we thought we'd be all right. But if I remember correctly, I think Bweep had a breakdown in the middle of the fight, which caused him to run free of his cover, and he was gunned down. Okay, so it's the 13th of summer on the very first year of our arrival, day 17. So 2 more days until autumn, at which point the temperature's going to fall. It's going to be hard to grow crops, and we need to get ready for the winter. Winter temperatures could be quite... Are the frames dropping? Yeah, must be something wrong with Twitch. Yeah, at which point the temperature could get pretty bad. We still have a heat wave, though, by the way. It's not too bad, though. 23 degrees inside. And good, the freezer is now maintaining minus 4 degrees on the temperature there. Okay. Good. We should also, now that we're getting a few bricks, limestone and sandstone, we should work on getting the outer defenses built. As in, perimeter walls that are harder to cut through. Take care, Tallow. Sleep well. Indeed, the time is getting late, isn't it? It's already 20 past 10. I need to wrap the stream up fairly soon. Tundrafall lasted quite a few years, actually. I can't recall the actual amount, but it was a good 15 to 18 years. Okay. So we're just trying to get a limestone bunker built here for the sake of our defense. So Hawk is up early. She always is. It's 5 in the morning. How are the prisoners doing? They need food delivered to them. Okay, Hawk is helping. She's bringing some nutrient paste to the prisoners. They're not going to like it, but we can't. Yeah, we're not rolling in food. And Sodium certainly needs to hunt the remaining Muffalo if she can. Okay. Go for the alpaca. Oh, we've got some deer that have arrived as well. Go for them. Thank you, Caliber. Thank you very much, Caliber. The heat wave is over. Excellent. Wait, sorry, Hawk? Of course, I accidentally put Hawk as a hunter. Don't even try it. Yes. Remember the story of that one incredibly useless colonist who was eventually sold to a pirate slaver. Who was that again? What's his name? That was at the Leafy Crevice, the jungle one we did before. We had an unbelievably useless colonist that was so crap, so shit, who had a mental breakdown in the middle of a crisis when the rest of the colony were fighting for the very survival of the colony. This guy was having a mental breakdown over something so stupid and trivial like the colour of the carpet or some shit. Eventually, he got to the point that we were so sick and tired of this colonist that about 6 of us, well, 6 of us got together and met him in a corridor, and one of us gave, I think the leader of the colony gave him an ultimatum that he had to submit to be arrested and become a prisoner. When he resisted, all 6 of us basically punched the crap out of him until he was unconscious, and then we sold his dumb ass to a passing slaver. Yes, that was it. He was a child TV star with no skills at all. Unbelievably useless. What was his name again? I've forgotten his name. Yeah. And then no, and then everyone in the colony, yeah, everyone just agreed never to speak of it again. Thank you, Ben. Thank you very much, Ben. So that's happening now, as in you know, somewhere the leafy crevice colonists are getting set up. It wasn't Biber, it was somebody. The kid from Home Alone. Macaulay Culkin? Well, no, actually, I've been watching. He's turned up in a few in a few Red Letter Media videos. If you watch any of those, he's pretty funny actually. I think he's pretty witty. He's pretty amusing. I don't know if you watch any of those. Like they do like so Red Letter Media. They did like a bunch of like Star Wars review stuff, but they also do these this series called Review, which is where they go through and talk about underrated films that were released in the 90s or whatever. It's pretty good. It's pretty amusing, and he was a guest star on a couple of them. Theo, that was it. Thank you, Gumball. The child actor's name was Theo. Useless Theo. Okay. So while sodium peroxide is off hunting, the vat-grown soldier demonstrating her excellent aiming skills. Hawk, the food taster, 44, is currently building instead because she's got nothing better to do. Aren't you supposed to be training Doll? Oh, you are, I guess. Maybe. Oh, is there Axolotl has found the? Is that a link to what I just described? Hang on. Axolotl has just linked something. Yeah, so that's Leafy Crevice. So that's the mountain base we had in a jungle. Theo was a waste of oxygen. Wow, looking at the Leafy Crevice now, I realise how advanced that base was. Pretty cool looking base. I'll watch that later. Okay. What was the story of one of the colonists' bodies not being found? So we had a bounty hunter, an elderly bounty hunter in the last colony of Tundrafall. And her name was Karu. And she was incredibly skilled. She was incredibly proficient with many different elements of you know, like combat, for example. But there was a bit of a fly in that ointment, which is she was a massive drug addict. And if it could be snorted, she snorted it. If it could be injected, she injected it. Like, there was no drug that was beyond her notice. And so Karu would just go through storerooms, through our alcohol supply. You'd find her with her tits out in the hallway half the time. So yeah, but we forgave her because she was, you know, very useful to us. Anyway, so one day she's, you know, shit-faced at about 3 in the morning, and she decides to wander out into the freezing snow. Didn't bother her, of course, you know, she was too off her tits on, like, cocaine or whatever, yayo. But what did bother her were the polar bears living out in the snow. A polar bear jumped her. Obviously, she was in no state to defend herself, and she died very quickly. This incredibly proficient bounty hunter, helpless as a child, before a real predator. We killed the polar bear, but we couldn't save Karu. It was quite late in the night as well, so everyone kind of went back to bed. It wasn't as if anything was going to happen to the bodies. Strangely enough, though, when we came back out, the polar bear's body was there, but Karu? No. That body was gone. No one ever figured out exactly what happened to it. But it is strange that our cannibalistic doctor suddenly had a new jacket. Okay. So Sodium is off to continue hunting the alpaca. Jonah the evangelist is just relaxing in the dining room. Hawk the food taster is currently playing horseshoes out in the rain. Everyone's kind of grumpy right now. Soaking wet. Minor pain. I think we should just release the... Yeah, we should... Okay. Some sort of psychic wave has swept over the landscape. Your colonists are okay, but it seems many of the hares in the area have been driven insane. Uh-oh. How many hares? Dun dun dun. 3. 4. 4 hares have been driven insane. Not a problem, really. We should be able to deal with it. If it were anything greater, we would batten down the hatches. But we're fine. Kalama, hold that door open intentionally. Gather up the colonists with their firearms, and we'll just shoot the hares before they prove too much of a problem. Jonah, where's your weapon? Hang on. Go and get that plasteel knife. Okay, so there's 4 that we need to kill. So, Kaloma, you stand there. Where's Sodium? She's on her way back from hunting. Being chased by one of the fast bastards. Holy shit. Ah! They're coming right for us. Oh god, they are coming right for you. Holy shit. Right, Kaloma and Jonah, you two deal with that one. Sodium, you can deal with that one. Ah, the attack of the killer hares. Oh, you're really... Oh, well done. Right, get together in a group. So 2 more remain somewhere. Don't shoot each other. That one's got to go around. Fuck you. Here they come. Careful, watch your fire. Where the hell's that thing going? Oh, come on, you two. Is it really that hard? Come on. There we go. Is that all of them? No, one more. Move out the way. Don't shoot Doll. Okay, they'll deal with it. There we go. Job done. How bad are the injuries? Some little bites and stuff. No immediate danger. We'll just get them patched up. Easy peasy. Right, some food. Hooray. Right, alas, I'm afraid I've kind of run out of time this evening, folks. So, yeah, the colony is just trying its best to stay afloat. We're trying to get refrigeration going. We're trying to get the defences operational. But, yeah, we'll see how long Everglade lasts. Neverglade, even. So, Jonah, Sodium, Hawk, and Kaloma, with 2 prisoners currently in the form of Bill, Rabe, and Gunner. Right, so thank you for watching. So, before I go, just to bring you up to speed with what's currently happening on the YouTube side of things, it is the, what is it? Is it day 6? Day 7? Day 6. Something. Out, yeah, on the latest anti-Stasi bullshitteries. So, Armor 3 anti-Stasi. And, yeah, so work continues as normal. No real problems developing. Today was a bit of a structured day. I was sort of moving clips around and just trying to get this compilation highlight reel, you know, looks running smoothly. And also I need to be mindful of the fact that parts 4 and 5, I don't want those to get starved of good jokes, nor do I want them to be overstuffed with jokes that I couldn't fit in earlier, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I spent today sort of going through this one and then the next 2 just to sort of go, is that right? You know, is that good? I think we're good. I think we're okay. I do have a plan B just in case. I've got like a folder full of other jokes that happened in Armor that I can always use to sort of, you know, if I have problems. But we'll be fine. We'll be fine. So editing's all right. So it's day 6. Just for some context, it takes me roughly 20 to 25 work days to finish a 10-minute video. So in full. So that's the cutting, the text, the animations, and the quality assurance. So yeah, so it's going to take me some time. Please be patient with me if you can, and I will just try and get that to you as soon as I can on the main channel. And obviously the patrons and Twitch subs, I will get to you as soon as I can, and you guys get top priority on the video first anyway, because, you know, you guys are putting food on my table, and thank you. Right, so all the best. Thank you, everybody. Hang on, my Twitch. I've disconnected from Twitch again. Let's have a look. So ZF. Okay, so loads of members of ZF are currently streaming. So ZF Yuki is playing Shadow Warrior. Paltos is playing Subnautica. Zeiss is just chatting. He's just talking to his audience. Stealth is playing No Man's Sky. Smeagol is playing Apex Legend. And BC is playing PUBG. So everybody's in a mix of everything this evening, it seems. Let's hand you over to... Who haven't we hosted in a while? We did Zeiss the other day. Let's hand it over to Yuki then. So Yuki's playing a bit of Shadow Warrior. So I don't know if you're familiar with that game. So it's quite a few years old now, isn't it, Shadow Warrior? Anyway, so I'll hand you over to it. Right. Cool. So thank you again. All the best. Have a lovely evening. If I don't catch you again this week, have a lovely weekend. And yeah, take care, folks. Have a good one. This is ZF Yuki.